Page 16, Soldier's Chorus. At the top of the page, they're introducing a new note, a G. It's the bottom line on the bass clef. It is down here. Well, that ends the lesson for today. Goodbye. No, not really. They're also introducing 6/8 time with a fast tempo. Really. I said before, 6/8 time can be felt in 2. A lot of marches are in 2. And this sort of is a march, sort of. So it's going to be felt in 2. Right? 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 type thing. Very common. They give you the counting of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across the first line. This is what those red numbers are for. I really don't think you need that, but they put it in, so that was nice of them, I reckon. They're also indicating in here the sections. Section A, and they have their red lines across. Section A it's like the first 2 lines of Section A, and then you have an A1, which is similar to A, but a little different. So it can't be continuation or a number. A, it has to be A different. A1. There could be an A2, and who knows what there could be. There are all kinds of things. Over on page 17, at the top, you have section B. And then for the first 2 lines, and then for the last 2 lines there, you have A1. Again, comes back to A1. Yay. It's in 4 sections. So we've had binary and ternary, and now we get 4 sections, whatever that is. So let's talk just briefly about the technical stuff inside here, the trickery stuff. Starting with the right hand, you're in this position to start, more or less, right? They're saying in the second measure to put the 3rd finger on the G, and then on the next measure the 4th finger on the A, and then for the last 8th note a 2 on that A. I find that a little tricky. I think it would be a little easier and nice for you if you could, is to put, starting with the second measure, you have a thumb, put the 2nd finger on the G, 3rd finger on the A. Now when you want to go to 2, the 2nd finger's right next to it. You can actually learn to do that without looking at the keyboard, and that would be nice. Then in the second line, they're suggesting a 3 on the B. I suggest a 4 on the B, because you're coming off of the D. New phrase. So you lift up and down on the phrase. And then a 2-1 on the next. 3rd line, like the first line, go down to the 4th line on page 16, the bottom. They're saying 2. I would suggest a slightly different fingering. For me, it's easier if I would do a 1 on the D. On the first measure, the last line, to put a 1. Again, a 1 on the next measure on the A. And then for those repeated A's, you're playing the first one with 4th finger. I would do a 3-4. And then a 3, 2, 1. That's what I suggest. Top of page 17, first line, last 2 measures. They're saying 1, 2, 4. The 1, 2, 4 is fine. It's the repeated F sharps. I prefer a 3, 2 on those F sharps. That way in the next line, when I go up and put the thumb on the G, I'm right there. In the second line, the last 2 measures, you have 1, 2, 4. Again, a 3, 2 on the last 2 A's. 3rd line, they don't give you a finger number, but I suggest 2nd finger. You could use 3rd finger if you wanted to. But you see, the 3rd line here is the same as the first line on page 16. So whether you use second or third finger on that dotted half note G, from the second measure on, I would finger it the same way as the first line on page 16. And the last line on page 17, I would finger that the same as the last line on page 16. So I don't have to repeat all those numbers. And that is the right hand. Now for the left hand, you just have these broken chords. Let your hand alternate between one side and the other. Just alternate shift the weight from one side of the hand to the other on these. And I'm exaggerating, but that's the idea. I'm not using the fingers to try and push these down. I'm rolling the hand over. And you use this technique throughout. Now when you get down to the bottom of page 16, on the last measure there, you're here. Notice at the top of page 17, your next note is an E here. So you're coming from here to here. Same finger. So it's between phrases. Again, you can take a little time to go from here. You may have to practice it because both hands are moving. See, the right hand, you ended up here at the bottom of page 16, and now 17, you're going to go here. So you go here. At the same time, okay? You may have to practice that because there isn't a lot of time. You just have just that split second to get both hands where they need to go. And there's no pedal to help you out. We don't need pedal in this. We're going to make the fingers do it all. So having said all that stuff, let's give this a try. I'll give us a full 6 counts and then we'll come in. Because we're going to play slow. We're not going to do a fast 2. I'll give us 4 counts, but I'm counting dotted quarter notes. So it's like a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. 1, 2, ready, and go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3.